beautiful soul, and welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie, and I help people awaken self-love and drown out the noise of other people's expectations. And today I want to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is how to stop saying yes to stuff that you hate, how to stop saying yes to things that you just don't want to do. And this is a big thing in our society right now. It's like we're always taught to be go, 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 to be busy, to have a full to-do list, to have plans that fill every single night, when really oftentimes that's not what's best for our self-care, for tuning back into ourselves, for resting and recharging. So I'm sure you've all had an experience with someone who I like to call them energy vampires, someone that when you're around them, you just don't want to be there. You find your energy is getting lower and lower by the minute, but maybe you find it hard to say yes or hard to say no to plans that they suggest or when they ask you to hang out with them. Maybe you feel like you're required to go to everyone that you know, go to their birthday events or every celebration that you're invited to. I know that feeling because I used to spend the majority of my time saying yes to things that I didn't really want to do. I have no shame in admitting that I am a recovering people pleaser, as I think most of us are, because growing up we're taught that, to gain acceptance from other people, you want them to be happy. You want to do your best to please them. And oftentimes when we come into adulthood, that can bite us in the butt because now we've trained ourselves not to tune in and listen to our own guidance and intuition. And to me, it's crazy that we have been taught that we need to justify how we spend our own time. And sometimes, a firm no can be looked at as selfish or inconsiderate. And I know for me personally, it was fear of being called these things by either my close friends or just acquaintances in my life that stopped me from saying no for so long. And it's really detrimental to our ability to rest, recharge, and take care of ourselves. So what do you do? What do you do without just saying a firm no, no excuse, no nothing? Which for me, I was never able to just do that right off the bat. Once I started working with my people pleasing, I wanted an easier way in. Because just saying no with no excuse, just a no, I don't want to, was a little bit too far for me to go as a recovering people pleaser. So what I did and what I've taught my coaching clients to do and has really helped is to get out ahead of the invitation. So what do I mean by that? I mean, the people in your life, your friends and your acquaintances who you may have a hard time saying no to. So first of all, just take some time, come up with a list of the people that you feel like have the most invitations for you to spend time with them. And then once you have your list created, I want you to reach out to each one of them and basically just sit them down and tell them, look, I've been reflecting a lot over the last couple of years, looking back over the last couple of years of my life, and I just realized that I haven't been taking the time to take care of myself. And when I show up in these social situations or when I show up at these events, I feel like I'm not showing up fully because I've been tired, I've been stressed, I've been overwhelmed. And what I want to do is I want to take better care of myself so that I can show up better for the people in my life. And so I don't want you to take it personally if I start saying no to a few things. It's only so that I can come back and recharge so that when I do spend time with you, I'm able to be fully present and fully in the moment with you. Because honestly, how often do we show up to something and we're not fully present? We're not fully there. We're thinking about the million other things we have to do. And I think the people in your life who truly love and care for you will really respect this. They might be thrown off or surprised at first, but in the end, they're going to benefit because they're going to have experiences with you where you're able to be fully present, where you're full of vitality, full of energy, full of life when you do come and spend time with them, as opposed to like the majority of the time, where we're just rushing from one thing to the next, and we get there and we're on our phones or we're tired. This really creates the space to have close, intimate, quality time spent with people in your life, and they'll appreciate it, you'll appreciate it, and it's also just a gentler way of saying no in advance, so that they can't come back and say anything to you if you say no and they're surprised. That won't happen anymore. So this has been really powerful in my own life, and it has helped me say no to all of the assortment of things that I just don't want to do, or it's just not the right day, or maybe I do say yes and then the day comes and I'm so tired, I know I need to rest and recharge. It does give you that out to slip that in and say, you know what, I really just need this time today, and we'll make a plan for sometime in the next week. I would love to see you. Or if it's someone that you don't want to see or spend time with, this excuse works perfectly for them too. And you don't have to plan another time to see them in the next week or so. So that is my message for you today. It's been transformational in my own life. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, thank you for tuning in. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll be sharing a lot more tips and tricks for deepening self-love, self-care, and also starting to ignore what other people expect of you and starting to live your truth in your authentic life.